In this guide, we're going over all of the ancient fragment locations here in Sailor Peace on Roblox. Before we do get into this guide, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help the channel and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if at any point that this guide had any questions, ask them that in the comment section below and we can help you out further. I'm going to be doing my best to reply to every single comment down there. Now, we're going to hang out around the portal, right? Because the portal is going to be your best friend for this, because these fragments spawn across multiple islands. So you're going to have to rotate between them because they're not going to be at every single spawn at all time. It also does kind of reflect the server time, so you got to keep that in mind. But essentially what you're going to want to do is start off on Starter Island. The main areas that you need to check is going to be just around these rocks right here, because they don't spawn in the same area for everybody. So if you kind of just circle the edge of the rocks like I'm doing right here and on top of the main little buildings, you'll be good to go. The main building it's going to spawn on is going to be over here, kind of where I'm jumping. So just keep that in mind on the back of this little silo, but it can spawn on these rocks as well. Moving on to the next location, we're going to go to Desert Island. So go ahead and teleport over there, and you need to look on the rooftops and corners of the structures. So once again, I would recommend just checking around here. The main rooftop it spawns on is this one. So check out the two spots that it spawns right up here. But on top of that, I would also check over here. There's not been a documented spawn in this area yet, but it's still worth checking in the instance that it does end up spawning here. Moving on to the next location, we are going to go to Snow Island. So go ahead and make your way over to Snow Island. And once again, this one's a little hidden. You just need to check behind the main little building right over here. So make your way over to the cabin with the lights on. Once you're at the cabin with the lights on, it spawns either right over here in this location that I'm spawning at, but it can also like spawn close to where this door is, just like so. Those are the main spawns in Snow Island. From here, go ahead and make your way over to Shibuya Station. Make your way up on top of the roofs. The two spots that you're going to want to check is going to be right up on the very edge of this building right here, on like this edge, just like so. And on top of that, if it's not there for you, what you're going to want to do is make your way on top of the building, kind of next to where the hockey NPC actually spawns, right? If you go right around it, kind of like over in this location, on this last little window right here, there's another spawn location, so check that out. Up next, we have Hollow Island. Go ahead and teleport there. And in Hollow Island, you just need to check in between these little buildings right here. So just look in between these little buildings, and on top of that, look between these ones, just like so. It's going to spawn in either of these locations. Up next, we have Shinjuku Island, and this is by far one of the hardest spawns, by the way, so just keep that in mind. You need to look on top of the main buildings. The way I like to go about it is you make your way over to this NPC right here. Once you're at this NPC for the strongest in history, go up on top of the building, just like so, and check up on top of this one. But it's also been reported that it can spawn inside some buildings as well. I've not seen that happen yet for me personally, but in the buildings that you are able to enter, for example, to get like the Hyoku fragment, it's worth checking those as well. But the main one is on top of this building. Up next, we have Slime Island. This one's actually pretty easy to find. It's just going to be behind the main buildings, like right here. If you jump up right on top of this platform, this is going to be one of the spawns. On top of that, I would check right behind the Coliseum as well. If you make your way right behind it, you're going to see a whole little section that looks like this. If you go over to the left, closer to where the NPC is, there's a spawn over here. And there's also going to be a spawn location on the opposite side, kind of in that exact same little end cap. Check those locations, see if it's there for you. Up next, we have Academy Island. Now, there is a lot of spawns here. They're really in all the major open areas, but the best spots to check for this is going to be up on top of this thing, which it looks like we actually have one of this spawn right here. But on top of that, you can also check like the main little pillar areas over in this section. So look up on top of this and then look up on top of the other one as well. Those are the main spawns. Moving on to Judgment Island next. Check on top of these little pillars close to the portal itself just to see if it's right over there. And that goes for the other side as well. If you just check up on top of this section, the spawns can happen here. But on top of that, if you make your way over close to where the boss itself spawns, another good spawn is going to be on this one. If you walk right around this corner, just in this location, there's another one. Moving on to Ninja Island, what you need to do teleport there, and then of course just immediately go ahead and make your way up on top of this big little tree right here. On top of the big tree up at the very top there is a spawn, but also if you make your way right behind where the boss itself spawns, there is a spawn over in this location, so just check to see if it's in this area. Finally, make your way over to Lawless Island. And once you're at Lawless Island, what you need to do is just make your way over to the back of the map, kind of like where these NPCs spawn in these little buildings, just like so. And just check to see if they are in the buildings themselves. On top of that, if you make your way over close to where this NPC is, it can also spawn right behind the big like little Coliseum area, kind of right there. But that is every spawn location for these ancient fragments. Once again, keep in mind they rotate through all the islands, so if it's not in one location first for you, go ahead and circle back to that location later because there's a chance that it spawns there after. If you guys had any questions, ask them down in the comment section below and we could help you out further. I'm going to be doing my best to reply to every single comment down there. Before you do leave this guide though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help us out and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day though. Peace.